Kia ora koutou katoa. This is video 4 in the series on Treaty Principles, a guide to key readings. So Wittgenstein wrote in 1937, "The way to solve the problem you see in life is to live in a way that will make what is problematic disappear." Aotearoa New Zealand has, since the Lands case of 1987, been seeking to redress treaty grievances and to reconcile the authority of the Crown Government with the authority of iwi Māori. That was the original promise of Te Treaty of Waitangi, and we're still working on it. In this regard, Judith Binney, one of our leading historians, can shed some light on both the original context of the treaty and its present-day realities. She wrote in 1989 an essay entitled "The Māori and the Signing of the Treaty of Waitangi," which was published in a book towards 1990. The essay was a beautifully crafted and expressed short piece on the meaning of the treaty to the signatories, the Māori signatories especially. The essay has been included in this series because while it is not on treaty principles, it helps immensely to describe the immediate context in which the treaty itself was entered into. The essay also does not fall into the two different or opposed texts trap, in my view, a trap, but is instead consistent with the scholarship of Ned Fletcher, myself and others on the meaning of the English text. That Crown Government was not inconsistent with ongoing Māori rangatiratanga. I'll say that again. That Crown Government was not inconsistent with ongoing Māori rangatiratanga. Binney's essay is also a sensitive portrayal of all parties involved in the treaty, Māori, missionary, and Crown. The final two paragraphs round out her essay by thinking about present-day context, which in many ways is still our context, including reminders that the treaty is not about minority rights or race, to paraphrase, but rather is a just foundation for sharing power and resources. This is what Binney wrote in 1989. Te Taonui's understanding of the document he signed, that the Crown would protect his rights, it can be argued was betrayed. For kāwanatanga and rangatiratanga did not coexist easily nor equally. We are the inheritors of two histories. There is the colonial history, the dominant history by which Māori were incorporated, not under an intervening and mediating government, but under an absolute sovereignty. It is the history by which the laws, ngā ture, were manufactured by the settlers from 1863, once they gained the power in Parliament, to serve their own interests. The other history is the Māori history of chieftainship, rangatiratanga, by which their leaders tried in vain to influence the making of those laws in Parliament. In re-establishing the treaty made at Waitangi as the base of our society today, we are finally beginning the long and necessary process of decolonising ourselves from within. Binney's essay ended with this final paragraph. The treaty is not about minority rights. It is about the fact that the Māori, who first colonised this land and considered it to be theirs, agreed to share power for mutual benefit. In some places at least, these issues were debated in ritual and agonistic verbal combat. In 1840, none could have anticipated the extent of the colonisation that would follow, nor that Māori would become a minority by 1860. If that became the historical reality, New Zealand and its resources can yet be shared equitably among its peoples for their mutual benefit. A lovely ending to an essay written in 1989. Secondly, I wish to highlight Ned Fletcher, the English text of the Treaty of Waitangi, the latest scholarship on the English text published by Bridget Williams Books in 2022. This is a massive read, but very important as it shows how the intent of the treaty was to exercise government for the protection of Māori and to control British settlement, intervening in Māori hapū politics only in cases of intertribal warfare and inhumane custom. Now, a two-page synopsis is given by me in my review of Fletcher's book. That review appeared in the New Zealand Journal of History in 2023, and I append the link to that review below this video. Kia ora tātou katoa.